Welcome to another podcast by Denise, your host of Denise's Dialogue. Any questions or comments about today's podcast, please email her at denisesdialogue@gmail.com.
Welcome back to Denise's Dialogue. We are here again today with Neve and Xavier.
Xavier.
And Morpheus Black.
Black.
Oh, why didn't I get the echo?
Because he's nuts.
Denise's Dialogue. Denise's Dialogue.
You're done. Yeah.
I'm done.
Neve,
Okay.
tell them again where you can be found.
Oh, I can be found on TikTok as officialneve_11037.
Nice.
And you say?
Xavier, where can you be found at? Javier, Xavier, which do you prefer?
Nah, it's Hobbs 13S.
Hobbs 13S.
That's on TikTok?
The S was
Is that part of the Hobbs? You were like Hobbs and Shaw? You part of them people?
No,
No?
that's my last name.
Your last name is Hobbs.
No, our last name.
Her last name is Hobbs too?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
So y'all got the same hair.
They're brother and sister, ain't they?
No.
Oh, I thought they were.
I got a big forehead.
Okay. Anyway,
Okay. Before they start fighting.
so again, Neve has this. She wants to talk about weird hobbies. Now, weird hobbies. A hobby is anything you do to relax yourself off the clock when you're not working. Hobbies can be hunting, gaming. Could be anything.
Yeah.
Looking at little dogs. This podcast could be considered a hobby. Making YouTube videos can be considered a hobby. Creating content for TikTok can be considered a hobby. But some people, when they get big enough, they use it to make an income off. It's a lot of people that make money off social media.
Yeah, depends on how many followers you can get.
Neve, what do you consider a weird hobby?
Normally when I see weird, I think of something not normal and out of place. And so something to be considered a weird hobby is I commonly see people who have weird collection hobbies. Like they oddly collect things that are really weird that you wouldn't see.
Like rocks.
That's what I'm about to say, Rock. Remember that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we met a guy one time who collected rocks, and he knew their names of them, and he wrote it all on a little piece of paper.
Yeah, he gave me some in a bag. I don't know where it is right now, but yeah.
But he wrote them down exactly what they were.
You got. I used to collect. Well, I still do keychains from when I go places or somebody else I know go places. Bring me back a keychain. I used to collect postcards. Don't ask me why. I still have them actually.
Did I collect anything?
No.
You know what?
I don't think so.
I did start collecting a couple years ago. Is anytime we went to the Caribbean or one of the islands, I would collect coral from the different islands.
Oh, the coral, the shells, yeah.
Yeah, I would collect coral from the different islands. Neve, do you have a weird hobby that you collect?
I don't think I necessarily have a weird hobby. I mean, I do collect things, but I wouldn't consider them weird.
But what's weird to one person
Can be weird to another.
What do you collect?
Well, I do. I don't know if I do it anymore, but I collect Pokemon cards
Oh, I used to collect cards.
and figurines. And right now, I'm like starting to grow my collection on my manga books.
What is a manga book?
It's a book.
Anime that you can
I think it's a book.
It's manga. It's different because it's from an anime. Like, you know how I watch that.
Those anime characters.
And the weird thing about it, it's read from left to right.
Instead of right to left.
Instead of right to left.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
Xavier, what about yourself? Do you have any weird hobbies?
I don't think I have any.
You don't collect nothing. You don't do nothing stranger than usual.
Actually, he does have a weird hobby.
What's that?
He plays a gorilla game on his VR.
You're not gonna act like you.
Gorilla tag? I heard of that game. So you actually run around, you're a gorilla, all different colors, and you tag each other.
There's another game too. It's Blade and Sorcery.
Okay.
He collect bracelets.
Again.
Oh yeah.
What are those plastic things are called?
That was not a weird hobby. That's a video game. He plays video games.
Yeah, that's not a.
Yeah.
That's I guess technically it's not a hobby,
Yeah, he's on.
but then again it is.
Yeah.
You
If you
play
think
video
about
games.
it, I won't really call it weird, but you know,
Yeah. So,
I know one of you.
again, what some people might deem as normal, other people might deem as weird. Now, just to give you an idea what some people might deem as normal, other people might deem as weird. I was with a customer today. I go in the bedroom.
here we go.
There's white paper on the mirror. So, and the curiosity got the better of me. So I asked her, I said, why is the paper on the mirror? He said, I'm not superstitious. I could be superstitious. I don't know. He said, but if I look at that mirror, it seems like my reflection's always looking at me. No, the thing is, it wasn't weird and nothing like that.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it was weird, but the conversation didn't come out as weird. He wasn't acting weird, so I let it
So
go.
it was like matter of fact, like
Yeah, it's like a matter of fact thing. Hey, this is normal, so I let it go. Like.
that is a little strange.
But if you're cutting your eye, look at the mirror, like, why is the dude in the mirror cutting his eye at me?
Why this guy looking at
But
me?
so it is a little strange, but to him, it was normal. Same way to the guy who collect rocks, it was normal.
Yeah, but if you think the mirror's watching you, you don't have to have a mirror.
Yeah, but still,
So-
to him, it was normal. The eye of the beholder is normal. Like they
I've
say,
never heard that one.
one
before.
person's trash is another man's treasure. The
Yeah.
manga books, I wouldn't look at those, but one person's trash is another man's treasure. Same thing with you and your baseball cards and your
Yeah, I used to
Pokemon.
collect-
Do you collect Pokemon balls or something?
No,
No, Dragon Ball Z balls.
no.
Okay, and just like Xavier's his fetish for Gorilla Tag.
I don't play it that much.
So
a
now
lie.
you said you were saying something before we What were you gonna say?
He forgot.
Yeah, he forgot. But any other weird hobbies, Neve?
Oh, I know one.
What's one, Xavier?
Biting your fingernails.
That's more of a bad
That's a
habit.
habit.
Yeah, that's more of a bad
That's not a
habit.
hobby.
That's not a hobby.
Not something somebody who want to do.
It just happened. It's a bad habit.
Yes, I used to do that.
Now,
Bite them down to the blood.
While we're talking weird, Neve came up with something else too. She called the way different races act in horror movies. So she was saying that the way Caucasians or white folks act is different from the way African Americans or black folks act. So why do you figure that, Neve? Because I don't watch a lot of horror movies. Xavier, you can say something?
Yeah. For example, when a Caucasian person hears a scary noise or something, they try to see what it is. But if it was an African American, they not checking out what that is. They running.
See, that's just the mentality, though.
They're automatically running. So you're saying that's the mentality. That's what.
That's what a horror movie gives off, as in the mentality of, as in when something scary is happening, or like something, they mentality as the black person, as somebody who's gonna not investigate, just be like the one that tries to get out first, and the white person is the one that's like, guys, let's go check this out, or oh, it's not that bad, or it's probably not real, or stuff like that.
So that's the way the movie portray them, what you're saying.
Yes, that's how a
And
movie.
I'm going to tell you why I believe that. I believe that for a simple reason is the fact that if you look at movies, right, they would show Asian people as people who like to fight in karate and kung fu, jujitsu and nakataki and all that stuff. They show black people as gangsters, toting guns, submachine guns, stuff like that. They show Italian people as gangsters in the mob, yeah, and things like that. Now, what is weird about it is these are not how these people really are. If they show Jamaicans or Africans, they always want to chop somebody up with a machete or yeah.
Like you just run around with a machete.
Yeah. So it's the way the movies portray people.
Yeah.
Now, going off that same thing, what Neve was talking about, how do you think that will play out in real life?
I think a lot of people commonly say they'll do something and they don't always end up doing that thing. So when it comes to something like scary where you can almost die because like a killer's trying to kill you or something paranormal is happening, I think
That's Shadow. And Chico.
Now, what were you saying? We said, okay, a killer's gonna okay, somebody's coming after him, like a killer or who now?
A killer or something paranormal trying to kill them. I think in real life, a person can't mentally prepare themselves for that, and they're gonna go all based off what they think is right in their own instinct. And that may not always be as in a black person wanting to run away. That may be me being curious and wanting to go find out what the heck is in my house.
That is the difference. That's fight or flight. That is the difference between panicking and not panicking. Like I always told y'all, you in the water, you start to go under, don't panic, you're going to drown. And that's with anything. You panic, you're going to drown. Running around, hysterical, ain't going to fix anything.
Because when you think about the movies that you're talking about, for whatever reason, it's always dark.
Always dark.
They're walking through the house looking, who's there? Who's there? Hello? It's always dark.
Yes.
Who's walking around in the dark house?
Nobody.
There are light switches everywhere. Turn the light on to see who's in the house.
So in this instance, the power's out.
Okay.
Okay, let's look at it like this. If we're down in this area, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's here but us.
Yeah.
The door opens. Right? The door opens. The dogs go to the stairs. They're whimpering, scared, ears down, tail down. Now, you know ain't nobody in this house but us. But you go look, you don't see nothing. You go upstairs, you don't see nothing. But the dogs are still whimpering. Are you going to take the dogs to get out of the house? Or what exactly are you going to do?
That's always a hard question to ask somebody, because they can say, that's where I'm leading. They can say, oh, I'd do this, but in the heat of the moment, they may do something else, or something else might happen. That's just like what I think normally happens.
Yeah, I guess that is true to a point.
I think that is prepare for the worst. And if the worst don't happen, you're having a good day.
See, that's why you keep weapons all over the house.
We ain't got no weapons down here.
Who told you that?
I ain't got no weapons.
Just because you don't see them don't mean that.
I see one weapon down here.
Please. You'd be surprised what's in this space.
You got a torch up there. I believe in burning somebody to death.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
There's stuff in every room. You just don't realize it because everything is not out in the open.
So there's quite a few ways for you to defend yourself. And, you know,
point at some scissors.
Just put out a pair of scissors.
What? You can stab somebody like.
They're not even good scissors.
He's got a round point.
Don't matter. Force is something.
So anyway, so it's the fight or flight, and don't panic. Like I said, panic is not going to do anything for you.
No.
You can think rationally if you're not panicking.
That's true.
Like when you scream, that just gives away where you are.
But that's a hiding case scenario, not a.
Well, it's even that and again, we're back to movies. People walk in, they know like, okay, there's a killer. Okay, we know there's a killer. We know we got to get away. So you see a foot. Somebody starts screaming at the foot.
Oh my God.
There's a body laying up there. Guess what? I'm not going to scream.
I never understand the screaming thing.
First thing, if it's a body of somebody I know, now you didn't just piss me off now.
I always think it's strange when they
and
see.
They be like, especially if they're like, oh, Satan's after me. So if you believe in the devil
and start screaming, it's like, what are you screaming at?
I think it's commonly because
it's called shock.
Yes,
it's shock.
And some people take shock differently, but some people, they see shock, and like if they seen a body on the floor, it'd be like, wow, somebody is literally dead, and I'm looking at it. So my first like, whoa, screaming is just like, psh.
Well, see, that all depends on why that body's dead too.
Well, I guess being a kid,
you're shocked.
You would be in shock because you're not used to seeing dead bodies laying around.
Unless you like work at the morgue or something.
A kid is not going to work at the morgue.
Kids do weird things.
So what weird things kids do? Are we on the weird topic of weird?
Like kids, like they like do weird things, like they play around in like dirt and like pick up worms and stuff. And
You know what?
It's kind of weird.
Speaking of weird things, let me tell you what we saw two kids do one time on a vacation. They got on the outside of the balcony of their ship and was going from room to room.
That was crazy.
Yeah. And we sitting there looking at them
Waiting to see if they're gonna fall.
because you can't do nothing else. They were too far away to yell. All you can say is, yeah, they fell right down there somewhere under the pier.
They look like they ain't about, what, 13, 14 years
Yeah.
old, maybe.
My age.
Up on the balcony going from room to room.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
I think that was on a Disney cruise, actually.
Yep. It was Disney.
How you gonna mess up the
They
Disney
was
cruise
right
like
across
that?
from us.
It was Disney. So anyway, all right. Can we wrap this up or are we done?
Are we done with this, Neve?
Sure, that's a good place to wrap it up.
Xavier?
Make sure you follow.
Wrap this up?
Let's wrap it up.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Well, thank you, Neve and Xavier. Xavier S. Or whatever your
Hobbs
Hobbs
13S.
Hobbs 13.
The S was a misplaced.
I think his father's name is Hobbs.
It was
You can change
misplaced.
the S.
S
You
is
can change
misplaced.
the. You
So
know
he
that.
just kept it.
Yeah.
You can change it. You know that, right?
Anyway,
Yes, anyway. Thank you, everyone, for listening to Denise's dialogue. We will talk to you again soon. Bye.
hasta luego.
See you later.